How's everybody doing? I don't know if anybody's in here yet. Seems to go live immediately instead of going to the intermediate screen. So I have to go live and then I have to set my thumbnail and stuff. Hey Vegas, Brianna, how you doing? We're doing well, thanks. What's new with you guys? What's new? Just getting my live stream stuff set up since it goes straight into the live instead of the interstitial screen. Hey Marie Salas, how you doing? What's up Vegas? How you doing Brianna? What's new? And of course YouTube being YouTube this morning, not wanting to go into the right format for me. As usual. See if I can get it to come up right now. Thank you very much, Marie Salas. On 12's for EWP for Lincoln. Ooh, yuck. Watching Eagles and Green Bay game. Who's winning? Yeah, I know it's Sunday afternoon there. What time is it? So 3 p.m. West Coast, 6 p.m. East Coast. Year 12. Unfortunately, if you're under 18, you shouldn't be in my chat. I'm sorry for that. You got Starlink a couple months ago. Nice, man. Where are you located? I had it in the U.S. and now I've got it in the Philippines as well. Sorry, I'm mysterious. You're under 18. I can't have you in here. No offense intended. Idaho, right, nice. I'll give you moderator since you've got a channel. You've been in here before. I am subscribed to your channel. We got 23 viewers, 5 likes. Double tap the screen, guys. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Consider joining the channel as a member. Here's the link. Hey, Paul, how's it going, buddy? Yeah, Starlink's very nice. Definitely a good thing to have. Get my coffee. Capi.
Capi?
Capi na.
Capi na.
Okay, maybe see if this fish malunggay pandesal.
Oh, sarap pandesal.
I know, but nice fresh hot would be good. Hey, South African boys, how you doing, buddy? Philip Massey, hello. 1907. Do I know Turkey? Sure, I've heard of Turkey, but I've never been to Turkey. Thanks for coming in, everybody. Just another morning. Beautiful day. Oh, there's some clouds, but I mean, even if it's cloudy and rainy, it's still a beautiful day in the Philippines. And we're not freezing our butts off like much of the U.S. is right now. I'll tell Chi, say good morning when she gets back. She went to get some eggs and maybe some fresh malunggay pandesal. Got some Capico Blanca 3-in-1. Yeah, Christmas tree's still here. We may leave it up until Chinese New Year's. or until we think about it and take it down. When is Ash supposed to be there? Hey Anna, good morning. Working on getting my buddy Chip out here with Ash. It still may be a little bit yet. He's still working on medical stuff for himself, and then we've got to get all the paperwork and veterinary stuff done for Ash, but he'll be out here eventually. It's just taking longer than expected, but Chip had a lot of medical stuff to deal with and family emergency stuff, so Ash is doing good, hanging out with Chip. They're keeping each other company, so all good. Anna, how's it going? Philip, it warmed up here at 0 degrees Celsius. Whew, that's cold. Have a blessed Monday. Thanks, Anna. I heard you're working on paperwork to go to the U.S. That's awesome, exciting. Kake, how old are you? I'm guessing you're probably like 12 to 15 if you're asking me a country for an edit. Hey, Edwell, how you doing, brother? Doing great, just woke up, gonna go work on the farm today. Cool. Is that correct? So I heard you're working on paperwork to go to the US. I'm 40, I can stay. Yeah, I just don't need issues with, even though we keep the chat clean, I had a couple trolls that pretended to be a kid, and then they pretended to be an angry parent, like, oh, why are you, I'm not talking to your kid. So now, if I know somebody is under 18, I just remove them from the chat. Harry, hey, how are you? What's going on, Harry? Lucy Warren's World, good morning. Make a love shout out. Yeah, don't need drama. We keep it pretty clean in the chat, but I don't need anybody trying to cause problems. Harry, if I remember correctly, you're in Pakistan. See if I get it right. Hey, Ramon Sandoval, how you doing? Like number 10, thanks for the like. Appreciate you guys. 7:10 a.m. Monday morning here in the Philippines. Wish I was 40 again. Me too. I turned 50 at the end of March. That's still pretty young for most expats, especially here in the Dumaguete area. So I'm not old yet, at least by Philippines expat standards, really. Yeah, I remember this time, Harry. But yeah, even it would be nice to be even 40 again. 50 is the new 25. I don't know about the new 25, but it's definitely a lot younger than a lot of the expats here, at least in the Dumaguete area. Life begins at 50. I don't know. I've been through a whole heck of a lot, good and bad, in my almost 50 years, especially in the last, well, I guess most of my life, but a lot of rough times since 2010. Guess your age? I have no idea your age, Harry. Hopefully you're 18 or above. What's happening in LA? Lots of wildfires. Mismanagement, not cleaning up scrub brush and stuff.
Fresh fries, honey.
Nice, thank you.
Just for you.
And well, I mean, this is the time when you get to enjoy life. That's right. Your free tablets on hold due to bad weather. Oh, that's not bad. Have the peanut butter and a knife, please. Got fresh Malunggay panisal this morning. Woohoo, nice and hot. We didn't find out until I think it was Saturday morning that the guy's actually out there every morning. So I don't know if it's a new spot for him or if he's always been there and we just weren't outside to know he was there. Thank you. What time there in the Philippines? It is 7:12 a.m. Monday morning. Vegas and defrosting pork chops. Gonna make myself some salt and pepper pork chops for dinner. Hey, sounds good, man. So malunga is also called moringa. So there's a couple different names for it. Ooh, I think it's got some garlic in here too.
Really?
I ate it.
Mm.
There's a slice of something. And wow, I got those also strong, healthy, yummy at the same time. Yep. Hot malunggay pendasol with nice fresh 3-in-1 with Milo. Oh my goodness, there's ants in there. Inside even. We got to get that ant poison. We got the little ants all over the place. They're inside too. And on the lid. Stupid little sugar ants. Yuck. What's up, wipes? I don't know why people do that with their name. Thanks for the good morning, wipes. That's KuyaStorm, not garlic. Oh, okay. Oh my goodness. You stupid ants. Go away, ants. No, the PayPal is permanently terminated. They would not explain why either. And I had not done anything wrong with my PayPal, so. But I've heard lots of people have miscellaneous issues with PayPal, so that's gone. I'll work on setting up buy me coffee or something. I just haven't gotten to it yet. And there's $100 frozen in the PayPal that Basic Artist sent for the Starlink mini fund, and I can't get to it till the end of July when they unfreeze the account. I don't get the account back, but once they unfreeze it, then I can withdraw it. No, they said even if I made a new account, I could not link the same cards or bank accounts to it. So they've effectively permanently banned me from PayPal for totally unknown reasons. Rather annoying. Get some borax and put it on the ant trails. It's non-toxic. Ah, that's what it is. Is there borax around here?
Borax, what is that?
Can't remember if it's like a chemical or a type of soap or something. We need to get something. They've got some kind of, it's like a stick of chalk that's ant poison, and you put it around all the corners and entryways and windowsills and stuff, and it's supposed to cut them down. Hey, good morning, Wooter. How you doing? Borax is like a powder. Yeah, I just can't remember what it actually is. You know if they have it around here, Edwell? She's not familiar with it. Glass cleaner and vinegar. Separately, like each, or you're saying glass cleaner and vinegar mixed? Got some nice homemade peanut butter. Well, homemade here in the Philippines. Filipina Eze Longa, good morning. May buntag, how you doing? What's aga? Now she's throwing another new dialect word at me. Glad to hear it. Thanks for coming in. Great, now I've got three ways. Magandang umaga, mayan buntag, mayan aga.
Good.
How am I supposed to keep track? I need to focus on like one.
Yung aga, Filipina Aiza, Ilongga. See, Aiza know that because she's Ilongga.
It's also Bisaya. Yeah. So I can say good morning in Tagalog, Bisaya, and Ilonggo. Ever been to King Ranch, Texas? No. Borax common cleaner that should be in hardware stores. They get it on their feet. When they die, they kick it off. Oh. And well, I think she's just making familiar with different Filipino dialects. Yes, but I kind of need to focus on one to effectively learn something. It's hard to learn like three at once. Hey, Jester's Journey, how you doing, brother?
This is Borax.
Have you seen it?
I will ask that in this grocery store.
Yeah, we're working on either getting the borax or some of the chalk poison. The chalk poison may actually be like sticks of borax. Do you eat chicken? Of course I eat chicken. Kuya Hurt, what's good, bro? Trying to sell my shit off and head that way. Awesome, dude. Hang in there. I know you've been dealing with some stuff, but good times are on the horizon for you. My views your world watching my Packers play horrible. Oh, that's no good. And wow, let's see. So if that's someone you mentioned in the chat or greet you guys with it, you will know how to respond. Oh, I know, but I'm trying to learn a language and two more dialects, so it's like three at once. Jocelyn Pookie, what are you eating? I'm eating malunggay pandesal with locally made peanut butter.
Filipina na. Filipino na.
Well, to you, Jocelyn, if you're under 18, this is not really the live stream for you. Michael T, I like your go in short. You look like blinking your eyes and Morse code for help. I was just a little nervous to try it. It wasn't bad, wasn't my favorite, but I've tried Denagoan, balut, chicken feet, which they call Adidas. I've had native manok, which is native chicken. I've had tuba, coconut one. You're not under 19? Okay, good. Could you hear it? Yes, it's been crazy and very emotional. Yeah, I hear you, brother. I've been through many relationship issues myself in the past, and it's never easy or fun, even if it's the best thing. Nine bag is good. Morning in Ilocano. Oh my goodness, I'm not gonna remember all of these. Come on, guys. Just unfortunate things ended the way they did, but let it keep me down. Good, man. Just gotta keep your chin up. Do new stuff, go to a new place. And while I'm telling you, Filipino dialects are crazy. There's like 300 of them. Myself, I don't know all of them, and I'm a local. Yeah.
It's just 124 dialects in the Philippines.
She says it's 124. Like that's a lot better than 300. Neither of those are easy numbers. It's her loss. Yeah, it is. Malungay Pendasol.
No, it's 130 and 195. Something like that. 130 to 195.
Unless she says it's 130 to 195, so who knows? And like you said, that's just what's on the record, right? Could have very localized dialects that aren't really known around. Tried to give her everything in me, but wasn't enough. Yeah, that's pretty common. Wooder question at Chi about culture and taboo. What's the question, Wooder? How about you just ask the question?
Culture and tabo. Filipino culture is tabo. Maybe you ask that to Storm how he feel using tabo.
I don't think he's talking about the taboo and the CR. I think he's talking about like forbidden topics and things. Yeah, hang in there, Kuya Hurt. Hopefully we'll see you out here in a couple months.
LDR?
How's your brother doing? How's Stephen and Joan? Haven't heard anything from either of them yet. I think he came in on like Friday.
Busy.
Heard things said, wow, it's been a S show here, but selling my stuff and heading back to Phil's. There you go. We're in Thailand. Everything about feet is taboo. You cannot step on money, not point your foot at someone. Is the same in the Philippines? Is there anything like feet in the Philippines, like not to step on money or point your feet at somebody? She says, no, it's not like that here. You're doing great, bro. Just got back from Tagaytay yesterday. Nice. So they're hitting it off pretty well. That's good. I know he's been here and met her in person, so now it's an actual relationship, so that's awesome. I hope it goes great for him. If you talk to him, tell him she and I said hi and congratulations to him and Joanne. We always say Joan, but I know it's Joanne. No worries, Wooder. It's all good, my friend. 24 minutes live already. 16 viewers, 17 likes. Thanks, guys. Hit the like if you haven't. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Consider joining the channel as a member. Yeah, but she always spells it Joan on YouTube. So if people see Joan spelled like that, they're gonna say Joan and not Joanne.
We call it here Joanne.
The way she spells it? Yeah, but that's not how anybody in the US would say it.
Yeah, but here in the Philippines like that.
Yeah, well. Well, Philippine spelling, yeah. But, I mean, if she wants people to say it correctly, then you gotta spell it Western style. It would hurt great if you can start a new life in the Philippines. Exactly. Michael T, is Chip's health okay? He's doing better. He's had some heart problems. Had to get some stuff checked out. He's had some tests recently and did a cardiac stress test. The cardiologist said he's good to go. There is basically like an electrical circuit that's burned out and that controls his heart, but he said it's nothing major and he'll be fine, but it's where some of his symptoms and pain has come from. But he's doing better. He's still got some more stuff to get checked out. He's got a neurostimulator to block some pain in his legs that he's arguing with insurance about getting replaced. See if he gets, because the battery's worn out on it, so if he gets a new one, it'll be probably smaller, newer tech, so more effective. Have a brand new battery, and then it's good for like 10 years. I don't know if it's something that he has to like put a wireless charger next to or something, or how it works, but hopefully he'll be out here in the next couple of months. Hey, Filipina Morena, thanks for coming in. How you doing? Good morning. Mega love shout out. Good to see you. Hope your channel's doing well. I see your notifications when you go live, but I'm not always able to pop in, especially if it's at the same time as mine. I think Chip will be fine. He's just got to get all the medical appointments done, get the testing done, just to check everything up, and hopefully the insurance will finally approve the replacement neurostimulator. Doing well, for Filipina Marina. Just enjoying some malunggay pandesal with locally made peanut butter, some 3-in-1 Capico Blanca coffee. Here, gonna start in BTC, work my way around. My views, your world. I just remembered it's Monday there. How's the start of the week? Start of the week's good, man. But I mean, it's taken me a while to not stress Sunday evenings about Monday rolling around, since I'm retired now, and Monday is just like any other day. I do have a telehealth appointment later today, working on some additions and increases on stuff for the VA. My anxiety's been back up a lot. Had some anxiety attacks leading up to the holidays and stuff, so I need to get with the VA about trying to get that increased, but also get into a doctor, and I probably need to. I did stop the meds when I came out here for anxiety, but now that things have kind of calmed down with the move, there's not always even a reason for the anxiety attacks. They just kind of pop up. So unfortunately, I think I need to go back on the daily anxiety meds. But the stress is definitely better or lower here. I'm definitely much happier here, but anxiety is still there, even if there isn't anything I can put my finger on as far as the cause for it. That's when I plan on moving there to be fully retired. There you go. I'm working with the VA right now, and I'm going to try and get on the Foreign Medical Program, FMP. I got the third-party VA contractor right now scheduling CMP appointments. So I've got a telehealth today, and then on the 23rd I've got full blood work to do, and then general medical appointment. So gonna have lots of appointments coming up. There's no dental provider in Negros, I guess, so the lady that's doing the scheduling's got to talk to her supervisor, and they've got to figure out if they're going to have me go somewhere like Cebu, or if I'm going to have to go to Manila for dental and some other things. So, but they are trying to schedule as much stuff as they can as telehealth or local appointments. Like the ones here on the 23rd are at Suleiman Hospital. You need a stateside number for telehealth? No, because they give you a link and you go in through a website portal. So it's a video. A telehealth is usually a video call, unless for some reason you don't have good connection, and then they'll do a phone call. Well, I don't get to, since these are for evaluation appointments, I don't get to really choose where I go to. If there's something local, they'll send me local. If not, then I have to go somewhere else.
Steven.
Tira Fakerno, hi KuyaStorm, how's your morning? Doing well, thanks. Got some coffee and some hot Malungai Pandasol with local made peanut butter. Steven, how's it going? How are you and Joan doing? Kuya Hurt said it's going well. No, it's not VA Video Connect because the evaluations are third-party contractor. You do need to maintain a US number for various things like bank codes and credit card codes for security. So you'll need to maintain a US number and a US provider for that. And I recommend having a separate device to use for your Philippines phone. Can you file for review to increase? That's what's going on. That's what I'm doing, Michael T. That's why I've got third-party VA contractor appointments going on. Doing great here. Hit up Tagata yesterday. Nice. Well, the evaluations have to be subcontracted. Otherwise, people could claim that the VA wasn't handling things properly if they, with the write-ups for benefits exams and things. So that is by law has to be done by a third party, so it's independent and people can't say that the VA are skewing things or blowing people off. So it's actually a very good thing that they do that. Steven, say hi to Joanne. I hear things are going well. That's awesome. Now you've got a actual relationship, not just a chatmate. That's awesome. We're happy for you and Joanne. Tiara says, Sis Chi, hi Sis Chi, how's your morning going too? Tiara, hello. Thanks for the gifted membership, Kuya Hurt. Appreciate it, my friend. Sir Williams, 1963, got it from Kuya Hurt. Awesome. Thanks, buddy. Smelled her breath, as Jasper says. Well, hopefully you throw her a toothbrush and toothpaste before you smelled her breath. I'm good with like garlic breath, but morning breath, go scrub the chiclets. Chiclets is a type of little square white gum in the US, so people say like they look like teeth. Mm-hmm. So they'll say, "What? Brush your chiclets." Hey Eva, good morning. KuyaStorm and Chi. Good morning, Eva. How you doing? 34 minutes live already. Nice. Yeah, for real, for real. Jasper got some crazy sayings sometimes. Yeah, it's good stuff. I like hearing them. Yeah, Steven got here and met Joanne at the airport or she met him at the airport, I believe, Friday. So it's awesome that they have met now in person and are doing well. Hey, Paul, if you're on your way out, have a good day, buddy. Good afternoon, good evening. Yep, Stephen and Joanne. We always say Joan, but it's Joanne. Hey, B Sands, how you doing, buddy? What's up, KuyaStorm? Just found your channel. Subscribe. Thanks, B Sands. I appreciate it. I will give you moderator. Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, about time they met. It's been a few months, but I mean, they were originally going to meet in April, and he moved it up so they could meet in January. So that's awesome. My views: I use Mint Mobile text messages 240 for the whole year. Then I use Skype, WhatsApp to actually receive stateside calls. Uses regular data. Nice. Yeah, I don't like WhatsApp because it's stuck to one phone, and I have actually two phones that I use, and then I have a third phone that sometimes I use for other stuff, like if I want to play music in the background. That way I've got a streaming device, a chat device, and a device for music. But yeah, Mint Mobile's fine because it's a U.S. provider, U.S. number. But I recommend having a separate device totally for to use for your Philippines phone, and it's good to have a backup device. So just make sure you get one that's SIM unlocked. It doesn't have to have like two physical SIM slots. It can have one or even no SIM slots because you can get a Globe or a Smart eSIM. But like this one is my S24 Ultra that's doing the streaming, and that's got my Globe SIM in it, and then my secondary device that I'm using for the chat has my Verizon account stuff on it. But I use Google Chat because that's not linked to a specific device. So, and I don't have Facebook, so I can't use Messenger. Mariner Moitis, hello from Greece. It's summer there. Coming up. I don't think it's quite summer, but we are coming into the summer season here in the Philippines. Thanks for coming in and checking out the channel. Trying to keep up with the chat. My views, I use Smart eSIM 500 PSP, lasts me the whole month. Yeah, here Globe is better, and unfortunately Globe doesn't have month-long data plans, so like every 2 weeks I've either got to get a new data load or pay a little bit to extend the plan that I have. But sometimes the Globe app will let me buy a load on my credit card, and sometimes it won't. So right now I got to figure out how to go to Palawan or something, the pawn shop, and put some load into my Globe account somehow so that I can do like a 50 pesos to extend it for an extra week, so I'm not having to buy a full new data load every 2 weeks. But Smart, you can actually get no expiry data too, so if you haven't used it up, it just keeps going until you have used it. She says, happy to couple who met on YouTube and now they're together. Yeah, that's awesome. Edwa, I've met Joanne and MOA, which is Mall of Asia, with President Corey. Nice. Good, heard. What's good, Eva? My views on it. Definitely need to get another phone. Yeah, you want to have two phones, one for your U.S. phone, one for your Philippines phone, but you want to have a backup device in case one gets broken or lost. B Sands, I like that you still have the Christmas decorations up. Hold on as long as you can. Yeah, we may keep the tree up. It looks like a big tree over the shoulder, but it's really only about this tall. And the little tree and all the lights and decorations were only about 500 pesos. Thanks for the 10, B Sands. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for the first time being here, showing some love. Appreciate you, brother. I'm probably going to keep the lights above the curtains on all the time. Just makes it a little more festive. Got some lights over this window too, but we'll eventually take the Christmas tree down, but we may keep it up until Chinese New Year. Jester, thanks for the thumbs up gift, my friend. YouTube needs to make those stay visible longer, and they should probably have them line up across the bottom of the screen or something, kind of like super chats, maybe in a separate row that gets pushed off with new ones. Wooter, I have problems again to send super chat. Is it me? I see the super chat button, so it must be something on your end, Wooter. No problem, my friend. With eSIM, can't you use one phone? Yes. You don't want to use one phone. You want to have an extra device. A phone gets stolen, a phone gets lost. Keep them in like separate bags or something. Maybe once you're here for a while and you get your ACR card, maybe keep your US phone at home with your passport, unless you're going to go out and use an ATM or buy something with a credit card in case you need to get a travel code or call your bank or something. Because I every month, every 30 days, I've got to go in and put a travel notification in with my bank to cover my credit card and my debit card, so that they don't freak out and freeze my stuff since it's coming from the Philippines. But if you need to call them or you need to get texts or something, then you need to have your US phone. So highly, 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 highly recommend having 2 cell devices. You can use one. If it gets stolen or broken, then what are you gonna do? You need to be able to communicate. Because let's say your one phone gets broken and you need to go buy a new one at the mall or somewhere. That's a huge purchase, and your bank is probably going to want to verify it's you. Well, now your phone's broken, and so you can't get a phone call or a text from your bank or credit card company to verify that it's you. So if you have one device only, especially if you're going to live here, bad idea. Hey, Craig Stevens, how you doing, buddy? Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you too, my friend. Let's see, trying to keep up with the chat. Yeah, it's been a while, Craig Stevens. How are you doing? Hope you had a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Michael T, visit Baguio one day. It's close as you can get to Seattle. Cool weather, pine trees. Yeah, I've seen a lot of videos. I've always planned on and wanted to go to Baguio. It's just it's really on the other side of the Philippines, but we'll go eventually. That's definitely on my list of places in the Philippines I really, really want to go. I want to go up there and check out the night market too. I can't remember if it's like every night or like Saturday, Sunday, and Wednesday or something, but it's like 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. I think. My views. Do you have a bank account in the Philippines? Not yet, but I will be getting one, especially now that I've got my ACR card. It's actually ACRI, Alien Certificate of Registration Identification Card. So I've actually got a little laminated, thank you, Philippines ID now. So the longer you're here, you get different color ones, but my motorcycle guy, Frank, it's a German guy, knows somebody at one of the banks, so he's going to go in with me and vouch for me and help me get a Philippines bank account. Craig Stevens, Light's got to get back to buffing my floors. All right, thanks for coming in, Craig. Wooter, okay, B Sand, so the donations work. Yes, the donations work. I already said that a couple minutes ago. Lights are cool, keep them. Yeah, we'll take down the Christmas tree eventually. But it's really funny because our water dispenser was leaking, so I had taken it down, and then when we got the little tree, we put it on the stand right behind me. Thanks for the gift, Chester. So it looks like it's way over in the corner, like it's 5 or 6 foot tree, but it's like 1.5 feet tall. How guys, thanks Craig. Thanks Raja, good to see you. Globe has $42 a month plan. Storm has 100 gigabytes of data. Yeah, I need to go into the actual Globe store and see what I can do about getting that. That would be better. But even with that, I think whatever's left at the end of the month goes away, whereas Smart, you can get no expiry data. Thanks for the $5, KuyaHertz. Appreciate you, my friend. Yeah, Globe and Smart are good. I also pay for a Verizon International plan at $100 extra a month. Steep. It is steep, but you get a lot of stuff with it. Take a look, KuyaHertz. I was going to go with Verizon's International plan, but when I was talking to the lady, she had me get their Ultimate Unlimited plan. So in the US it's unlimited, and in the Philippines it has all of the features of the international plan. So, and it's like $10 cheaper than the regular international plan, but with even more features. So check that out. Ultimate Unlimited from Verizon, if it's still available. That's what I have now. So I know they changed their plans a lot, but that's the one I have, and it's got everything that the straight international plan has, but actually more features on top for less money. Eventually on my Philippines phone, I need to get a smart eSIM set up. That way, if we're somewhere, some islands and some locations are better for smart and some are better for globe. So I want to be able to switch between them to whichever one's better. Phones are same cost or more in the Philippines than the US. They're going to be more because they're going to charge you extra fees for import charges and stuff. So if you are going to buy a phone, buy it in the US. It's going to cost you more here in the Philippines. What plan did you do for US phone? I'm in process of switching for a good plan. I know I'm behind on the chat, so that's Verizon's Ultimate Unlimited plan is what I have. And that's actually, if it's still available, that's probably what Kuya should get too, because it's got everything the international plan has, plus more features, and it was $10 cheaper than the plain international plan, which is strange, I know. That's my biggest worry is losing my phone while abroad, since banking account for login information accounts. Right, but I mean, make sure you've got biometrics and stuff set up on the phone, so if it does get lost. But that's the other thing is get a second device, and even if it doesn't have service yet, you can still hook it up to your Wi-Fi in the US. And I copied everything over from my S23 Ultra and then made sure I logged into everything so that both phones were already recognized by all my accounts. So I can use either my US phone or my Philippines phone for everything. Appreciate it, Kuya. You guys are awesome. Always supporting. But even people that just come in and chat with us and hang out and get watch time are really appreciated too. So I appreciate everybody that comes in. Okay, yeah, I guess that's a good idea. Have two phones and not use the US phone day to day. Yeah, a lot of times I leave the US phone at home unless like we're going to the mall or going to the bank, then I'll take both phones with me just in case. Even though I have the travel notification in, they could at any time pop a security check on you, basically just to make sure you didn't get robbed and that you're still in possession of your cards and stuff. So even with a travel notification, just out of the blue, they could pop up and make you verify yourself with a phone call or a code for a credit card or a bank. Hey, Dave Trains, how's it going? Raja Bendy Gohana, how are you? KuyaStorm, doing good, thanks. I'm just trying to catch up on the chat. I know I'm looking down, but it's hard to do it on the streaming device. My views, Philippines is still a cash country because so often there are blackouts, Wi-Fi, ATM, cell phones are out, cash rules. And there's a lot of places that won't take a credit card. But let's say you go to an ATM or you pull cash advance on your credit card, it may go through, or let's say you forget to do your travel notification and if they decline it, you're going to need to right away call the bank or get a phone code. Jester, hi B, Edwow, hit the like, double tap the screen, guys. She says, Philip, how are you? Hello, Raja. How are you, Sister Filipina? Come on, T-Mobile with Starlink. No, I don't like T-Mobile. And I believe the Starlink thing will spread even if it's over time. Something to be aware of, I ran across an article where a lot of countries, including like Thailand, Vietnam, and Cambodia, outlawed satellite communication devices. Even if it's like a Garmin InTouch that has like emergency satellite communication if you get lost or something or hurt, those will get you arrested and charged with a crime. Not in the Philippines, but in, like, say you're going into Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia. So I'm curious how they're going to work those laws for people that have T-Mobile that are now getting Starlink connectivity, because it's fine if it's a straight like GPS thing, but if it's two-way satellite communication, that's prohibited. So I don't know how those countries are going to handle T-Mobile phones with Starlink connectivity. So that should be interesting and just something to be aware of. Gotta jump ahead for a bit. Looking for used phones right now. Well, also the S25 series is coming out, so here in the next, I don't know, week or two. And even if you don't want to get a new phone at full price, as soon as the S25s are launched, that's gonna decrease the S24 prices as well. So something to keep in mind. B Sans KuyaStorm, gotta run. Be checking out your videos and dropping lives when I can later, bro. Bye to everyone here. Have a good day. Take care, B Sans. I'm sure I'm behind and I missed you heading out, but there's your goodbye. Have a good day. Be safe. Trickstar had Verizon International plan when I went to Cebu. The catch is that 5G is limited to first few gigabytes of data. After that, they cap it all down to LTE. Well, there's no 5G at all, at least in Negros Oriental. Maybe they have it over in Bacolod on the Negros Occidental side, but we don't have 5G here anyway. So my phone here in Dumaguete area and everywhere on the Negros Oriental side at least is all still running 4G LTE. So not a huge problem for me at this point. But the other nice thing about the Verizon plan or T-Mobile, if you have an international plan, is if you have like a bare bones one, it's not a big deal to get the occasional call or text for your security stuff. But if you're gonna call or text the US, like family and friends, make sure you're using something like Messenger or Google Chat, Google Meet, probably WhatsApp, Skype. So that you have connectivity when you go to other places. Like if I take this S24 Ultra to Thailand, it's going to be totally useless unless I'm on Wi-Fi, unless I get like a local Thailand eSIM or something. But with having the Verizon plan, all I got to do when I land is reboot the phone or go into airplane mode, not airplane mode, and I'll have data in basically any country in Southeast Asia I'm going to visit. Lots of other places too, but I'm not really planning on going to many places other than Southeast Asia. Thanks for all the thumbs up, gifts, Chester. I appreciate it, my friend. Some people say yes, Michael T. Some people say no. And a lot of places are no longer doing voice over IP stuff like Google Voice. So I would not rely on those. At the very least, I would have a prepaid plan like Mint Mobile with bare bones. I would not rely on voice over IP service because more and more banks, credit card companies, etc., are over time appear to be cracking down on those and not letting codes go through those. So do not rely on that. Let's see, is 15 gigabyte a lot? A lot for what? Does it cost a lot? Does it last a long time? I get like 25 gigabytes for 2 weeks for 400 pesos through Globe. Now you can get it where it doesn't expire through Smart, but Globe does not have no expiry data. US we'd say no expiration or doesn't expire, but here you'll have like, instead of saying unlimited, they'll just say only something like only text and calls, no expiry instead of no expiration. And as far as if 15 gigabytes is going to give you enough data, depends what you're doing on your phone. Are you streaming a lot of videos, especially higher resolution videos off of YouTube or Netflix or something to your phone? If you are, then it's going to chew through that data in a heartbeat. If you're not using high res stuff, then and you're not doing a lot of surfing, then 15 gigabytes is more than a lot of people will ever use. It's totally subjective to what you do with your phone. I would not rely on something like Google Voice for getting your codes. at a bare minimum, have a prepaid US provider, US phone with something like Mint Mobile. I opt to pay more. That way, if I've got to travel, if I've got to go do a visa run or something in Thailand or Vietnam or Hong Kong, as soon as I land, I have data. I don't have to worry about, oh no, is it the middle of the night in an airport? Do I not have a SIM? Do I have to get on somebody's Wi-Fi? I've got NordVPN and I've got international data just about anywhere I want to go through Verizon. So it's just something I don't have to worry about, even though I pay more for it a month than most people are going to want to. I like the extra capability and peace of mind. And the interesting thing about my Ultimate Unlimited plan through Verizon is that depending where I'm at, and sometimes even in Dumaguete or Valencia, sometimes the data connection is smart and sometimes the data connection is globe. So they seem to have some kind of a deal set up with sharing the data and the load, because I'm sure Verizon pays globe and pays smart for using their towers. So whichever one is better for your area, it seems to go to that one. But sometimes I'm in the same place and one time it'll say globe and one time it'll say smart. So it seems like it on its own switches at times. How much is Verizon? So Ultimate, it's Verizon Ultimate Unlimited, but you would want to talk to them and verify, even if it's through the chat, verify that the Ultimate Unlimited still has the international features. When I switched over in like July, Ultimate Unlimited gave me unlimited stuff in the US, and it had all of the features of the international plan, and I think it's $90 a month, where the international plan doesn't give you unlimited data back in the States, but it's $100 a month. I'm like, so what's, she says it's $10 cheaper. I'm like, what is it missing? She's like, absolutely nothing. Then how is it less? She's like, most people just don't know it or don't look. $100. I think it's 90 a month, but the international plan is 100, so it's cheaper if they still have the Ultimate Unlimited that has the international features for 90 a month. So whatever 12 times 90 is, plus fees and taxes, obviously. My views: I recommend people look at the data usage in their home country to determine what plan would be best for them in the Philippines. That may or may not be a good example, because if you're not in your home country, let's say you're moving around hotel to hotel or Airbnb to Airbnb, and you don't have a set location where you have Wi-Fi at, you got to make sure you're going to have ability to connect to Wi-Fi. So you may end up using more data since you're not going home at night. If you're traveling, maybe the hotel doesn't have free Wi-Fi, so you're probably going to end up using more data traveling in some ways, because you're not just rolling to home and go on your home internet. I also noticed with Verizon International Plan, somehow the data is automatically VPN to the US server. Because I send super chats, I send USD. Really? I wasn't aware of that. And if I turn my NordVPN off on my Verizon phone that has the international features, even though it's not the international plan, it's not VPN. So you may have a Verizon VPN app that kicks on. Look for a little key icon next to your the top right of your screen, or I don't know where it is on if you have an iPhone, but for me on Android it's top right. So I've got battery, cell connection, Wi-Fi indicator, vibrate, and then I've got the little key to show I'm on VPN. Hey Kuberin, how you doing, brother? Chi was Chinese for a bit, rest a bit. So 90, 200 a month. Okay, so plan 1K a year. Well, I mean, if it's 100 a month and it's 12 months, that's going to be 1,200. But that's also the plan. If you have a payment for the phone, if you're buying it on over time, you've got to factor that in. You've got to factor in taxes and fees. So it's going to be, look at your bill and see what the bill is once you've switched over. Kuber is still sleeping. Kubi, good. I'm Chinese for a bit. Chase Nicholas. How good is a trip to the Philippines and long to rent house? How long can I stay? How long to stay for 2 or 3 months? Depends. I'm planning on living here. I've already been living here coming up on 6 months. You need to make sure you've either got a remote job, a retirement, disability money. You need to have money coming in unless you're a rich guy with like millions of dollars in the bank. They're working on changing the tourist visa, but so far that change hasn't come into effect. So technically you can stay up to 3 years. You come in with 29 days, then you extend for another 29, and then you can extend 1 month or up to 60 days at a time for up to 3 years. But after 1 year, they're going to start asking you questions, and at their discretion, they may or may not approve it. So once you get toward the 1 year point, you're probably going to want to either be working on a longer term visa or go to Tokyo for the day, go to Singapore or Hong Kong for the day, go to Taiwan for the day, and leaving the country and then coming back in, that resets your tourist visa timer. So be aware of that. And it's amazing. I don't recommend anything under 2 weeks. In fact, you're gonna want to probably be 3 weeks minimum. But the first week you're probably going to be pretty jet lagged unless you're very careful about staying hydrated, eating well, making sure you're getting enough salt and potassium, electrolytes, staying hydrated. Jet lag's probably going to hit you pretty heavy. So the first probably anywhere 3 to 5 to 7 days, you're going to be pretty out of it. So you're going to want to probably do 3 or 4 weeks if you can. I want them to change the SRV age. Supposedly they're looking at reducing it back down to like 40, but I'll be 50 at the end of March, which is the current age. So once I turn 50, then I'll be applying for a SRV, which is Special Requirements Retirement Visa. I didn't see what Drixler retracted. So a tourist visa currently can be up to 3 years. They're going to start asking you a lot of questions once you get to about the 1 year point. So if you're going to be here for a year, probably before the year, take a 1-day flight somewhere like Thailand, Vietnam, Taiwan, something, and then fly back the next day, and that resets that timer. There had been talk last year, but I don't know if it's moved forward about possibly reducing it down to like 6 months, and then you would have to exit for 12 calendar months. So hopefully that doesn't happen, or if it does happen, it's after I get my SRV visa. How much it costs for a rent for 2 or 3 months? Have $16,000 of disposable income? Well, it depends. Is it a fully furnished place? Are you staying in a big city, high cost like BGC? Are you living in a smaller area like Dumaguete? Do you want multiple bedrooms? Do you want a studio? Is it get furnished? Is it unfurnished? 16 grand? You could live on that for a number of months, or you could blow that in a month. It really depends on what you budget, what your lifestyle is, what you want to do. I've never been to Mindanao. I have no idea what the costs are there. My budget, I'm running about just a little under $2,000 a month. But if let's say you're gonna stay here permanently, even if you have a fully furnished place, to rent or an Airbnb, there's still going to be things you want, at least if you're living somewhere, if you're going to live here permanently. So even though I have a fully furnished place, I wanted to get a better TV. I wanted to get a motorcycle. The motorcycle set me back about $2,700 for, it had about 8,200 kilometers on it, which is really very little. So $2,700. That same 160cc motorcycle probably would have been $6 or $7 in the U.S., but it was $2,700 here. So, you know, if you're going to end up living here, which you may get here and be like, I don't want to leave, then you're probably going to need anywhere from $6,000 to $10,000 just for startup costs, so that you can get various things here and there. I mean, if you're going to outfit a kitchen, you're going to spend a few $100s to buy spices and ingredients and things. So it really just depends on the person. I work at Amazon as operations inbound manager. Nice. 37, so early retire there. Yeah. So let's say you decided to live here full time, I would probably recommend spend like, I don't know what the tickets are now. I know it used to be like $175 for a round trip to Thailand, sometimes more, sometimes less. So go to Thailand for a day, or if you're gonna go do a visa run, maybe make it 3 to 5 days, have a short little visit to Thailand or Vietnam, and then as soon as you come back in the Philippines, now you've got another year on a tourist visa in the Philippines before they start really bugging you too much. Chase, can you do that online without staying in America? Yeah, can you work remotely or fully remotely? And fully remotely means you never have to go to the office, or maybe once every few months, not a hybrid work schedule. Cooper and I've been looking into remote fully. That'd be the best way, man. Work fully remote. Like I said, you're probably going to want to have 2 phones, have a laptop, be able to work from anywhere. If you're going to live somewhere in the Philippines permanently, you're, like I said, you're probably going to want to have 6,000 to 10,000 for startup costs. I don't know what your monthly income would be. If you're going to be in like BGC, you're probably going to want to have $2,500 a month and up for your budget. For me, I'm running about $1,900 a month, and I'm doing fine. Things are a little bit tight, but that's because I'm still paying partial rent on my old place, because I was originally, the agreement was I was going to be leaving in February or March of this year, but I moved in August and he reduced it from $1,700 down to $500. So right now, since my budget's about $1,900, I'm sending out $500. That's a little more than a quarter of my monthly VA disability money. So that makes things a bit tight for now, but that'll be done, or is supposed to be done, after the February payment. So starting in March, we'll have an extra $500 a month to work with. So hopefully that gives you guys some good information. Happy to answer more questions if you want. Nizia Belana, how you doing? Hope you're having a good morning. Membuntag. Only 8:10 in the morning. I saw the other yeah, 18 viewers, 32 likes. Appreciate you guys. Hour 10 minutes live. Thanks to Jester for the thumbs up gifts. Thanks to Kuya for the gifted membership and the 5. B-Sands for the 10. Appreciate you guys. Every little bit like that goes a long way and helps the channel, helps us do more, so I appreciate it. Chase, just be sure you're in a area with secure electricity, good internet. Yeah, like we're on Starlink, so our internet's good. I do have a UPS that'll run the Starlink for a few hours. If you're somewhere like BGC, then you've got good infrastructure and you're not going to really have to worry about power. In Dumaguete, there are occasional blackouts. Sometimes they'll have a scheduled they usually don't. The unexpected ones usually don't last too long. Sometimes it's basically a flicker and it comes right back up. There have been times where it was 3 to 5 hours. Occasionally they'll have like a 12-hour scheduled blackout. There was supposed to be one yesterday, but they moved it to the 25th or 26th. 26th, I think. My future girlfriend, future wife lives in CDO. Nice. I would be careful about living in Mindanao unless you're in like Davao. I've heard CDO's okay to visit. I don't know about living there. Hey, Scott World. You're in Angeles City. Nice, buddy.
Wow, he changed his name. Scott and Isa World.
Scott and Isa World. Oh, I didn't catch that. Congratulations. Hello. Thanks for coming in from Angeles City. Wonder how the flooding is in BGC during typhoons. Jasper's been living in BGC for like over 2 years, so I don't think he's had any issues with flooding there in BGC with the typhoons. But Jasper'd be the one to ask that. To get one, but more support from you viewers to be able to afford that, because it's not something I have to have, and it is an additional equipment cost. I think it's still like $500, $500 or $600, and you only get like 50 gigs. But if what's nice is, let's say you use it for a week to go to the beach, and then you go back to BGC, or you come back to where we are in Dumaguete, you can pause that mobility plan until you use it again. But yeah, I would like to get one of those and mount it to the top box on the motorcycle. That's interesting. I wonder who the vlogger was, and maybe they saw my channel talking about doing that, because that's something I've been wanting to do and been talking about on my streams for like 2 months. We love to be able to ride around on the Kuyabusa, my 160cc Honda ADV motorcycle, and go live streaming while we're riding around the province, or go to the beach and set it up. Mark Bischoff, good morning, Kuya. Will you please remind me what the cost of basic Starlink equipment is, and then the monthly cost? Yeah, I still think it's like, I think it's something like, I don't remember if it's 33,000 or 38,000 pesos. It's gonna be probably $550 to $600 for the equipment, even in the Philippines. But the monthly service fee is only 2,700 pesos, which is about $50 US. When I had it in the US for 3 years, I was paying $120 a month, and they were capping me at 100 megabit download. Whereas here they say it's up to 200 meg down, but I'm actually seeing about 330 meg down consistently, because there's not that many people that have it yet in the Philippines. So I'm exceeding what they say the maximum should be by about 130 meg when I hit about 324 or 330 consistently. So the upfront cost is large, but there's no contract. You can cancel it anytime you want. If I were to get PLDT fiber, then I would be on a 3-year contract. If I got Converge fiber, I would be on a 2-year contract. I definitely would like to get one of the Starlink minis so we can ride around or go to the beach anywhere and live stream from anywhere, as long as we got visibility to the sky. Chi has a video up on her channel, Chi the Filipina, in the chat there. You can go over her videos, and we did a short video about the cost of Starlink. So if I'm forgetting any of the numbers, refer to that video. I don't know if I talked about Starlink Mini in that one, but I did get confirmed from Starlink support itself, that the Starlink Mini is available here. I don't know the monthly cost of that, but the equipment cost is still high because what they didn't want people to get the Starlink Mini as their primary Starlink and be trying to use that like at their home. So the equipment cost is high. The monthly cost is lower. You can do it, I think, as an add-on to residential. And you can order directly from Starlink.com. They do have a warehouse in Makati. So if you order from Starlink, it's not shipping in from the US. It's shipping from Makati. Make sure you are putting in the landmark information, or if you're going to have your residential address, but when you order it, you can click a little pencil on the address and modify the shipping address so that you can add landmarks, add your phone number. That way, whoever the shipping company is, they can call you and get more clarity and find out when you're home. I didn't know that, and I didn't do that when I first ordered it, and it took about 2.5 weeks extra because Starlink hadn't included the phone number on the tracking label or on the shipping label, so it sat in the warehouse for a while. And in fact, Starlink thought it was being shipped back to them from Cebu to Makati by Manila, and then they were going to ship it back to me, but the actual shipper had taken it over from the initial airspeed contractor. J&T Shipping got a hold of it, and we were able to contact them and give them our phone number, and they sent it straight to us, much to Starlink Philippines' surprise, because Starlink Philippines was told it was going back to Makati first. Sheila Filipina, congratulations, both Scott and Asa. Yeah, that's awesome. You can just say, Chi, that's my Filipina sitting next to me here. 37 girlfriends, 25, nice. San Meg has a brewery in CDO. Oh, nice, Wooter. Philip Massey, how's Angeles City? My views, I couldn't order food in Malate during the October typhoon. Right, but that's Malate, that's not BGC. But even if it's not flooding, you may not be able to order food because most of those food orders are going to go on a motorcycle, and if there's typhoon winds, they're probably not going to be driving even if there's not flooding. Scott Nays' World. Hi, Philip. It's a busy place in Angeles. Got it. Yeah, that $50 a month is a great rate. I mean, it's more than the, say, like PLDT fiber is at 1.7, but PLDT speeds are not reliable. It drops connection all the time. Even though it's fiber, you're still sharing the switching equipment and stuff with lots and lots and lots and lots of people. Starlink, as long as you have power, so if you have solar or a generator and there's a blackout, it's not going to matter. It's just you talking to the satellite, and there's not that many. Starlink in the Philippines is not even close to being congested, and so $50 a month for Starlink service, in my opinion, is very, very worth the fee. Been looking into ways to transition fully remote, but my other option between my girlfriend and I would be just be her to live with me in the United States. Generally speaking, it is a very poor idea to take a Filipina back to the US, especially if she's younger, because when you come here, you're the exotic one, you're the guapo one. You take her to the US and she's young, she'll have more attention than she's ever had in her life. She's going to be the beauty queen. She's going to have every single guy after her. And they can also tend to get westernized, so there are people with success stories, but there is a whole lot of horror stories out there about a Filipina going over, she leaves for somebody else, maybe she's going just to get the benefits, maybe she's there with you 3 to 5 years, and then she decides she wants somebody else and gets a divorce now that she's got her green card or citizenship. So not advisable to take them to the US unless it's The intent is be there, get the green card, get the citizenship, and move back to the Philippines. In the U.S., maybe you'll get lucky, but it's a pretty high failure rate, just so you know. ITC sub chat, we're talking about the Starlink. What's the ping? I'm usually getting about 28 to 36 or 38 latency, which, while for a lot of people that's bad, when I had hardline DSL way out in the country in the US, I was getting I think it was like 190 or worse. So for me, even having hardline DSL in the US, Starlink had a lower latency. Let's go to 50 likes, subscribe and like. Yeah, we got 17 viewers and 36 likes. Appreciate everybody. Let's see if we can get up to at least 40 likes. Chase Booter, yes, I know. Appreciate that. My girlfriend and future wife. Doesn't matter to her. She's fine staying in the Philippines. She's an awesome person, though. Yeah, well, my recommendation to you would be to live in the Philippines and not take her to the U.S. unless it was a temporary thing. But with your age, I think you're looking at being permanently in the U.S. and look up videos. It's pretty easy to find a lot of people that say that's a very poor idea. There's people that do it. There's people that are successful and have been married for 20, 30, 40 years, but there's also a very high failure rate. And that doesn't mean it's just the Philippines. It can be from any foreign country. She's very stressed midterm of last year, tourism, hospitality, thesis, group works, and the duty at the front desk. Gotcha. Gemma, good morning. How you doing? She doesn't even care about the green card. Yes, well, she may not, but once they get to the U.S., they experience Western culture, they can become Westernized. She may not care about the green card, but then she may, if she's living there, she may get a job and see how much more money she makes there and see how much attention she gets there, and she could totally change from what she's like now. So my recommendation would be come live with her in the Philippines, even if it was for a few years, and then look at going back. I would not come visit and after a short period of time decide to take her back. I'm not trying to be rude, I'm just being honest, and look up other channels, other videos. You're gonna see that sentiment pretty wide. My views, KuyaStorm didn't want to steal your thunder, establish a foundation for a relationship, being physically in the Philippines for a few years first. There you go. I'm not the only one saying it. She is lucky she is already older, but not the usual student. But anyhow, it's good that we can give moral support. There you go. I don't know what that says. Gemma Nasa Negros Parensis. What's that?
She's still in Negros.
I've seen some of those videos. Some of those things are sad videos. They're sad videos, but there's lots and lots and lots and lots of those stories. So spend time together in the Philippines, and I mean an extended period of time, not 3 or 4 weeks. Get to know each other. Larry Bivens, what's up, Kuya? It's been a few weeks. Did I see you went to Behold? Well, we went to Behold in August. Some of the videos we've been putting up recently, like the first of the 2 province videos. The first province video was September. The Behold trip was August. We were sitting on a lot of footage until I got fully monetized so that I could make the most out of the views with having the AdSense. Or if people wanted to do super likes or super thanks for the videos. So there's a lot of videos you're seeing now that are from a number of months ago, but we're working on getting that caught up. And once we get caught up on the videos, then it should all be current stuff. But we did go to Cheese Province again for the second time for New Year's, but the whole trip was actually August. Vegas, keep it 100%. Exactly. There's lots of people in here that have had bad experiences. They've had good experiences too, but want people to be aware and be successful. And everybody says, my situation is different. My Filipina is different. Well, she's also young. She's 25. And it can be totally different when she's in the U.S., gets westernized a bit, maybe makes some westernized Filipina friends because they're going to find each other. Filipinos are a very close community, even in the U.S. There's good eggs and bad eggs. Good eggs will keep her true to you, and bad eggs will tell her, oh, you can find somebody better looking, richer. She may get a taste of making her own money. Could be any number of things. And you got to remember, there, she looks super exotic, and no matter how beautiful she is to you, you take her back to the U.S., and now every single guy is going to be hitting on her. Doesn't matter if there's a ring on her finger or not. Wood or Chase, have you been here already, or do you know her just by chatting? Larry Bivens, okay. Good was in Bohol, December. Yeah, we want to go back to Bohol again, but that trip was in August. We definitely want to go back again at some point. It's been kind of rainy season, so, and then between rainy season and paying partial rent on my old place, haven't had the funds to go do other trips, but should be done with that after the February payment, and then starting in March we'll have more money to play with, do more trips to other islands for a few days. We'll be able to do more. We're just video chats, meeting her family too, around and married. Okay, you haven't met her family unless you're in person. You haven't met her unless you're in person. I know how that sounds, and it's easy to think it's different, but trust me, until you meet somebody and spend time with them for an extended period of time, not 2, 3, or 4 weeks, you don't really know a person. And make sure you're checking government issued photo ID. Make her go get a Sinomar, which is a certificate of no marriage. And if she says she doesn't have the money for it, they're only like 500 pesos. Send her $10. Tell her to go get a Sinomar. It's good for 6 months, and you can verify that in that from when she got it and before that, she is not married, because there are Filipinas that will say they have no kids, they're hiding kids in the province, they're not married, or they don't have a Filipino. Maybe they're not married, but maybe they've got a Filipino boyfriend and they keep him totally off camera. There are a lot of good Filipinas. There's also a lot of scammers anywhere in the world. So make sure you're checking ID for age. Make sure she's showing you a Sinomar, certificate of no marriage. If you're doing video chats, spicy, make sure you're checking for stretch marks, although there's a lot of Filipinas that can have babies and you'd never be able to tell that they have had a kid, because a lot of them don't even seem to get really stretch marks, and they spring right back and lose the weight, and you'd never tell basically that they had a kid. My views, Chase, videos are the ones made public. What about stories weren't made public? You might be surprised by the numbers. Exactly. Had you been there almost 6 months, would you have done anything differently? On one hand, it would have been nice to stay for a few months to piggy bank a bit more money, but everything happens when it's supposed to, and we've had such a good time and so many amazing experiences that I wouldn't trade for anything. I wouldn't go back and change any of that. I probably would have managed my stress before the move better and gone through the stuff at my house like I was supposed to have done, so that I could have packed things up to get shipped over in balikbayan boxes, sold some things, put some more things into storage, but I was very overwhelmed and I just didn't get that stuff done. And there's a whole lot of things that I would have liked to store, sell, or ship over, or even give to somebody that I know were either taken by the guys that were paid to just unload the house basically into a dumpster. So hopefully they took some of the stuff instead of just tossing it. But I know a lot of stuff, even brand new stuff or barely used stuff, got thrown into the big dumpster to clean the house out after I left. And it is what it is. It's just stuff. So I really don't think about it much. I try not to stress about it. If I think about it, then I get annoyed and frustrated, but it's just stuff. You can always get more stuff. But then even if I had done all of that, everything you do makes up your day and makes up what happens the moment after that. So on one hand, there's some minor things I would like to have done before I left, but I'm happy, very, very happy with how things have turned out, so I wouldn't change it. I just need to not think about that stuff because that's just stuff. It's just physical things and they really don't matter. And it's stuff that I didn't need to be trying to pay for storage, stuff that I didn't need to be trying to ship over here. It would have been nice if I could have brought Ash with me right away, but then the whole trip would have been tough. We didn't really have a place that would let him in the room. Now this place we can have him in here, so when he finally comes out, we've got a nice comfy place and he can be in the apartment. So I have additional advice, and I've been saying it in my live stream since I've been here, but just something to be aware of. Chase Nicholas, I've never been married, neither is she. She showed me all those things, all verified. Just come over and learn by yourself. Yeah, you need to spend time in person, an extended period of time. Multiple girl cycles of time. See how she is over multiple girl cycles. Does she get super beachy? Does she get really emotional? Does she get mean? You can see how she acts on a day-to-day basis over a sustained period of time. You can meet the family eventually. It doesn't need to be right away, and you need to set boundaries from the get-go that you are not going to be funding the family. You know, if there's an emergency once in a while, that's one thing, but they will, some people, some Filipinos or people anywhere, not just in the Philippines, they'll do something small to see if you'll help them out, and then there'll always be some new emergency, some new big need. The Carabao's sick, dad's sick, gotta go to the hospital, this and that. And some people are genuine about that. Some people are making up stories to pump you super dry of money. So you need to put down the word that your money is your money. You will take care of her. You are not funding the entire clan. And when I say clan, because it's not going to be just mom and dad, brothers and sisters. There's going to be aunties and uncles and cousins and people come out of the woodwork that you'd never expect. And that she'd be like, I don't even know who the hell this person is, and they're asking for money. Thanks, guy. Damn, all this info is really good. Too bad I'm married already. Love your educational info. Thanks. Doing my best to put out as much information as clearly as I can, as quickly as I can. And I know a lot of people get tired of hearing it multiple times, but there's always new viewers. There's always people that are new to looking at the Philippines or new to the channel. So you've always got to go back and cover that information again. Chase Woodham coming over in mid-March, early April. Nice, nice. Storm stretch marks. Hey, stretch marks are a thing, although I find they seem to be less of a thing here, because you will see a lot of ladies walking around with kids, and you would never, if they didn't have the kid with them, you wouldn't know they had kids. You wouldn't know. Chi, Vegas guy, happily married, son of all Vegas. Yes, Chi, she's my forever. Stretch marks in the butt. Oh my gulai. My views, good luck, Chase Nicholas. Wouldn't rush into a move to America without a solid foundation being built in person prior to the move. Exactly. Over an extended period of time. And if you do it at some point after you've set up a good foundation and have a good relationship, go do it to get the citizenship and then, or at least the green card, and then move back. I know you have to spend some amount of time in the US to maintain that green card. You don't have to once you have citizenship, but I would spend most of your time living in the Philippines except the bare minimum required to maintain that green card if she hasn't gotten the citizenship yet. But I think green card and citizenship is like 3 to 5 years. I think it's at least 3 years living in the US for a green card, just so you're aware. And you sign a thing that you're responsible for her. So if you're married and you split up, she would probably have to go back, but there's sometimes they find a way to stay and you can still be financially on the hook for her. So be aware. Chase, be prepared. It's going to get hot and dry, but okay, we always have sea breeze. Usually have sea breeze. Man, if the trades do die down, that sucks. Chase, my late girlfriend I met in high school, was with for 6 years, 2010. She had at this time, had a 21-year-old girlfriend, 2-year-old daughter, was 23 years old, lost both of them in a car accident. That's awful, man, but trust me, there's great Filipinas, there's not great Filipinas, and until you meet in person and spend an extended period of time with them, you don't really know somebody. And there are, like I said, there's great ones, but there's a fair number that will tell you stories day and night and pump you dry of all your money. So one of the biggest things you can do is if she's saying this or that all the time for money and you just start telling her no, see how she reacts once you tell her no for a while about money. If she's, oh, my hangnail and my slippers and this and that constantly, you tell her no for a bit and she bails, then you know it was just for the money. I'm not trying to get down on you, just trying to give you good info, man. Larry Bivens, hope we will meet someday, I hope. Absolutely, man, I'd love to meet you. I just want everybody to be happy, be successful, and not be taken advantage of. Not just money, because guys can get hurt mentally and emotionally too. So I don't want any guys coming over here being sexpats and sleeping around using Filipinas and hurting them mentally and emotionally, leaving after a few weeks, telling them they're going to live with them forever, and then they ghost them. And I also don't want any Filipinas breaking the guys' hearts or pumping them for money. So I want it to be a good situation for everybody all the way around. She gave me fruit, but I've been running my mouth, so I haven't even eaten any of the apple or oranges she gave me yet. I've been just that.
Just watching you. Vegas.
Of course, Vegas, come to Negros. We'll go to Luzon at some point, but
Yeah.
Menifee, California. I don't know where Menifee is, but if you're anywhere near the fires, stay safe. Let's see, we're an hour and 40 minutes live. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm going to start coughing at some point. I know Kuya Hurt and B-Sands are gone, but thanks to Kuya Hurt for the gifted membership, B-Sands for the 10, Kuya Hurt for the 5, Jester for all the thumbs up gifts. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate everybody that's in here hanging out in the chat, hitting the thumbs up and subscribing. Consider joining the channel membership if you're new. Subscribe. We got 12 viewers and 36 likes. Hope you all subscribe to the channel and continue coming in. Chase Nicholas, I'm sure we can give you more information over time, and you'll hear from other people too that have stories about this or that. So A lot of people have a lot of information and good experiences that are good to know about. So I learned a lot before I came over, but trust me, I learned 2 or 3 times as much more once I got here. So Fat Hum, Kamusta Nawag, Steve B. Hey, what's up, Stevie? What's up, Boats? Good to see you, my friend. How's things going? Hope your travel went well. Thanks for stopping by. Steve B's a former classmate of mine in the Navy. We've known each other for coming up on 28 years. I think March will be 28 years we've known each other now. Larnie Esebio. How you doing, Larnie? Thanks for coming in. Looks like Larnie is Filipino or Filipina. Larry Blivens, I think I've given my Filipina about 50,000 totals in 2.5 years. And 35 was for a ring. She doesn't ask for much, and sometimes I say no. Yeah, that's good. That's it's $50,000 or 50,000 pesos. Gotta either throw the dollar sign on there or a PHP at the end. All good. Glad I got to catch you. Yep, 28. That is crazy, man. On one hand, it seems like yesterday. On the other hand, I know a lot of miscellaneous stuff has happened in that 28 years since we met, 27 since we were in school together. You're welcome, Chase. Good to see you. And I hope you'll continue coming in and hanging out with us and talking to us. Just try and absorb all the information you can, all the stories you can. Pesos. There you go. 50,000 pesos. That's not much at all in 2.5 years. That's good. Good job. What's new with you, Boats? I need to get a nicotine pouch real quick. Got my handy dandy Red Bull jersey on that she got me for Christmas. Just came like a little over a week ago. Got my channel name, KuyaStorm, on the back. Been enjoying your channel videos. Awesome. I'm glad to hear some good feedback on the videos. There'll be lots more coming. There's a lot of video we had recorded that we sat on until I got my monetization done. And then I got fully monetized, and then we were having trouble. It took a while to get the Starlink online. And then we had some issues trying to upload videos she was editing for me to upload properly to Google Drive so I could download them and upload them to YouTube. But we found an app that we can just transfer them between the phones now in just a few minutes. So we're working on getting the backlog recorded video edited and posted. So there's been a uptick in the amount of content. Love me some Red Horse. Yeah. Oh, and I had the tuba New Year's, so you can check the short video I made about the tuba. That stuff was really good. Now, it wasn't the longer fermented. It wasn't red because it was fresh tuba. I would say it was low alcohol, but it was very tasty. It was kind of a little bubbly, a little effervescent, but it did have some alcohol in it. If it's fermented longer, they usually put some bark in it to turn it red. That stuff was super good, though. A lot of people think, like coconut wine, that it comes from somehow the coconut water in the coconuts. It actually, the blossom or whatever that comes out of the top of the palm tree, where once it like opens up, that's where like the new coconuts would bloom and stuff. They take that and cut the end off, and then the sap of it drips into a container, and that's how they make the tuba. Hey, Big Boss Herbie, how you doing? Fat Hum, thanks. Told him how you were the best supervisor ever had. All right, Herbie and Corey in here. What's up, guys? How you doing? Are you back now, Corey, or you're about out here? Kuya Hurt was in earlier. Steven was in earlier. Steven got in to Manila on Friday, and just got back from Tagaytay yesterday with Joanne. So sounds like they've hit it off and are doing well and enjoying spending time together here in the Phils. You're here now? Awesome. Chase Nicholas, my girlfriend has never asked me for money, but I've given her some along with sending her birthday gift flowers too. That's fine. Now be aware, flowers here are very cheap. So if you're spending like $20 to $50 on flowers, somebody's taking you for a ride because they don't cost that much here. Wish Jester was in here. He could detail some of the stuff. One Filipina he was talking to, he was sending $1,200 a month, and she was saying like, how much was she was saying like $100 for a bikini wax, for a Brazilian wax. That's like maybe 1,000 pesos, probably less than that, which is like $20. And we went and got mani-pedis last week, and it was, hey Jasper, what's up, bud? No, it's not 9 a.m., dude. You advertise 9 a.m. or later, so it's not 9 a.m. I end before 9 a.m. It's 8:48. I've got technically 12 minutes left, bud. So if you go live at 6 a.m. Thanks for coming in, Jasper. Glad you're back in the area. You see, Corey, hope you're enjoying the new condo. If you use FedHum, you don't realize how much someone looks out for you until they're no longer there to look out for you. I hear you. Larry Bivens, how about lemon coke once if you're at the YouTube? I haven't had that yet. So I went to C school with FedHum, that's Bodie, and they were on the Key West when I was on duty in Pearl Harbor. So I actually probably saw my views too, but I saw lots of crews there, especially on swing shift, so it's hard to remember a lot of faces, but I've known Bodie now for almost 28 years. March will be 28 years already. Jesper went live a bit ago, so now he's in heckling me because I'm live and he's live, but it's still technically the time frame we agreed to, so sorry. Jasper, if you're still in here, my views is wondering how BGC is with flooding during the typhoons. I told him I don't think BGC floods, but I'm not sure. Love the condos and being in BGC, nice. Yes, you were there during plenty of import time on the boat. Noka oil. You know, the other saying in the shipyard, at least for the locals, hey brah, we do wrong first time, we get more overtime. Or they would sit on it during the week and not work it, and then, oh, look, it's important, now we got to come in and work overtime on the weekend. You know I'm not wrong. Larney SBO. It can be expensive living in BGC, but I'm not in BGC. I'm over in Dumaguete area. Corey, I was here during a typhoon and there was no flooding in BGC. That's what I've heard too. Get a lot done with ice cream. That's correct. I loved Hawaii. I always wanted to go back, but even working in the shipyard, unless you're like sharing a house or married with both of you working full time, it's extremely expensive to live in Hawaii. So Joseph Jackson, their equivalent of we get paid by the hour, not by the tower. There you go. As Jasper said though, I do end by 9 a.m. so we're at an hour 50. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this one up too. Yeah, too expensive in Hawaii. There you go. That's good. Keep it cheap. Yeah, I was saying that we got mani-pedi and here in Dumaguete. If you go to David's salon, they want like almost 600 pesos for just a pedicure. We both got mani-pedi. I think it was last week, and it was it was just under 700 pesos, and then I gave each of the girls, one that did mine and one that did her nails, each 100 peso tip. So yeah, that's about the same price here. We didn't go to David's. We went to one that's 2 doors down in Robinson's Mall called Cut and Loose Salon. They're pretty good. We've been there 5 or 6 times, I think. We'll go to Dumaguete on January 23 in Secure. We're still there up to 28th January. Nice. Well, maybe we can run into each other. All right, guys, take it easy. Chat later. I'll catch you guys on the next one over in Jasper's Live or in Cheese Live later. Have a good day. Thanks for hanging out with us. Catch you next time. Haneko. Peace.